Hi everybody. We are here today. This is Jishnu, who's joined here with us. Jishnu, the festival coordinator.
Hi.
We are joined here with the uh, filmmakers of last year's award-winning film, Drum of Pessao. They are a group of spirited youngsters, uh, all hailing from various parts of Northeast. We have joined with us Millo, Chonglise, Wanmei, and Lamthang. Their film Drum of Pessao is about how the people of the village of Pessao cut a 200-foot tree and drag it all the way up a 400-foot hill where they live. And they have beautifully covered this fantastic event. This is an event that happens once in 50 years. And so I do not want to talk a lot about it. We will talk to the filmmakers about their film. First and foremost, we couldn't properly felicitate you last year during NIFFFI. We apologize for this. We want to congratulate you and thank you for the fantastic film that you have made.
Thank you.
Fantastic effort there, and we are very grateful to have been able to screen your film. Now, over to you, Jishnu. Let's have a conversation with these fantastic.
Yeah. Let's start it. Is welcome all to this event. Siddharth, are you going to start or how is it?
Sure. Why don't you start, Jishnu?
Yeah. Very good. Yes. Thank you all for joining for this event. The films from northeastern part of India is becoming very important these days as they're bagging a lot of international attention, international awards. It has a long history, starting from 30s itself. It has greatest filmmakers like Janu Barua, and in the new age we have filmmakers like Pavan Kumar. So let's talk to them. How was their process? Let's start with the process. How did it start? How did you find this topic? How did you come about to make this film, guys? Anyone can take the question. I think, yeah.
I think I should take this question because Pessao is a village which is my neighboring village, and even my mother belongs to the village Pessao. So we took this. Like I've seen lots of traditional practice. Like I've seen in my childhood, like pottery making, like weaving, which is I've seen in my childhood, like practicing, but now it is extinct. All the practice has been extinct. But when I heard about the lockdown that it's going to be like held in Pessao Village, I took this opportunity. And at the time, I was graduated from the green up, so I was like I informed the green up about the lockdown that's it's going to be held in the Pessao Village. And so I Melo, Lamthang, and Chongli, they came to support. We all together did the film. So this Lockdrum even is it's not like a festival that is rarely happen. Maybe it's like after 20-30 years. So it's not like the annual event that it hosted in every year. So it rarely happens like after 40-50 years. So it was a great opportunity to be that to document this event. Yeah.
Yes. How did everybody come up? Like, how did you pick up Chongli and Lamtang and others
So
to
yes,
this film?
yes. So I was already graduate from the green up. Then Zhongli, Milo, and Lamthang, they were in the green up as a fellow. So because I have always like I've always I've also I've also connected with the green hub. So I just call to Rita ma'am, who is the director of the green hub, so that the long term event is going to be held in the Pessao village. Like if 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 the green hub is interested, then we can, like I said, we can work together for the shooting. So because it's a very long event that one man gonna cover this event. So then finally ma'am agreed, and they sent Lamthang and this Millo and Chonglise do like, and yeah, we worked, and they came to my village, and after that we went ahead to Pessao village, and Pessao village is like, it's not a new village, like new thing for me, because I oftenly visit Pessao village for like oftenly village visit Pessao village. Maybe it can be a new experience for them, but for me it was like I oftenly visit Pessao village
Yeah.
because I have
Let's
all
hear
my
from them. Let's hear from your friends how the new experience was and how did it feel like going to a new village as new filmmakers? How did you go about meeting new people and capturing their lives? What was that? What was that like for all of you?
Can I?
Yeah.
I think
Yes, please, Chongli.
Milo only can take it directly.
Actually, during that time when we talked with Madam and all regarding that doctor and all, and one man was already there, and he's also from my own. I'm also from the same district, it's Nagaland. He's from different tribe, and I was also very new out there. So at first, we were having some shoot for about that OPM. We also shoot OPM that was shooting by one of our fellows, Simanta. So that one was some little shot was left from that Bissau village. So me along with one of our fellow, his name is Heman. So three of us, one man and three of us, we went there and we stayed there for like maybe 1 week before Millo and Lamtham came there.
Yes,
We
1
three
week,
of
yeah.
us, we were staying there, and after that, our friend, one of our friend, Heman was telling, no, it's not that really does job for trekking from here to there, because we can see from the, but this it was too far, because we have to trek there every day to come up down every day and all those things. So he might be getting a little bit tough for him. So he was afraid for taking all those things. So me and Wanmei, we discussed about all those things, and we try to give backup from some of our fellows so we can trek like Millo and Lamthang and all. They are very good in trekking, and also all those things. So that's why I was very happy that all of our family members growing up and all our friends, they're coming up. So I was more happy that we can do it. So it was for me, it was very actually great opportunity to capture all those movement, and I participate. I'm really what we call great to feel or proud that I was also part of this movie. Me as a Naga, in my place, we already extinct this Loctrum we have, but all this for new one is we don't practice anymore after becoming this Christianity and all those things. We don't practice anymore. So some of my, even though I was shocked to see all those new what is happening, because it's already extinguishing in my place. But for documenting this one, it was for me, it was a very great opportunity for at least for my upcoming new generation, so that they can watch all this documentary and they can learn what was this most important things that we were having during our forefather times. And I think Milo also can speak, and we can speak later on.
I think there's a clear-cut cultural thing in a film, as it's a very anthropological element involved in it. There is a clear insider in that. It's not someone seeing from outside. Maybe
Yes, yes.
if one may can say a little, or Milo can say a little about it, that's great. Yeah.
I think Melo can take the time. I think.
Hello.
Hi, Milo.
Yeah.
The experience for me, this is rock drum of Pessao. It's when I hear the story of rock drum, when Wanmei came to me and said the rock drum is going to be held in Pessao village. and the retirement minister also agreed with them to film and document this movie. So he asked me if we can shoot all those things, and he showed me the first lockdown movie he was already shooting, and it was almost complete in Changyangsu village, is on his village.
Yes.
So
Yes.
on the Pessao village, it was one more rock drum is going to be cut and it's going to be held. This event is very important. He said. Then I researched on the rock drum. I saw some articles and read some articles. Then I found that the rock drum, it's a very rare event which held in 50 or 60 after 50 or 60 years. So for me, it was very interesting topic to film on a cultural event. So then we started working on this in October 2019, October, I think. We started on working in October of 2019, and we went there, and it was a long journey from Tezpur to Pessao village. Like we got in Dimapur, and then Dimapur to Mon district, and then again we have to reach the Changyangsu village, and then again we have to take the sumo to go to Pessao village. It took almost a day to reach there. And when we reached the Pessao village, I saw it's a very, very remote area without any supply. Like we don't see any medical facility or any police station or postal offices. Nothing is there. It's a very remote area. So when I hear the lockdown is just like say the Chonglise, he said the lockdown is extinct in this area. I think the Pessao village is very remote area. They are untouched from the outside. That's why they are still following this cultural event. And the people from the Pessao village are very nice people there. And I can speak a little bit of Nagamese, they say. So I was able to communicate with them with a Nagamese, which I can understand, but for me it's difficult to say. It's a bit, I only know few words. So for me, it was a good experience with them working there. And I got lots of things to know about the Naga people, how they live, how they build their house, and the culture. What I fascinate about their culture is the Christianity. Before Christianity, they used to head hunting and something. Now in Nagaland, everywhere you see that Christianity is there. So in Pessao village, there's also one church. They always go to the Sunday church and Sunday. What I see is they even follow their own culture and the Christianity. They are perfectly following those Christianity and their own culture. They never leave their own this traditional way of making rock drum, and even they do the Christianity prayers. And you see when the rock drum, the tree was fair, they started praying. I think it's a Christianity praying, and even when the rock drum was started to this dragging part one. Before dragging, they again prayed to the Jesus, I think, which was new to them also, and for me also it was very new to the Christianity also joined with their own culture, and it's going perfectly. So yeah, I got a lot of things to. For me, everything is new for me.
It sounds very exciting. How long was this process on for, Millo? How long did you guys stay there? And also, what was like the pre-production? Like, did you guys plan it beforehand? What happened? Can you give me like a timeline of what happened here?
So when we reached there in October, sorry.
Yes, October.
So when we reached there in October, I didn't know anything about the scenario, what's going to be scenario, and what is happening there, and if they cut the tree, and after that, what will happen? They have some strict rule with this rock drum that you don't have to be around the rock drum, and you have to protect every time and no animals should become nearby. So lots of strict was there. So they protect the rock drum with like it's very precious for them, so they protect the log drum, and there's a lot of strict rule.
1 second, Milo, if I may interrupt for a second. Most of the viewers must be wondering what the log drum is. Can you just give us an idea of what the log drum is actually? People might not have seen the movie yet.
What is the cultural value of log drum to these people? What was log drum used for? Yeah.
I think the exact value of log drum, I think Wanmei and Chonglise can explain about it, because they're the Naga people.
Yeah.
So what I research, it's only I know. So I can transfer to Wanmei. He can tell
Yes.
about the log drum. What is the exact value?
Wanmei, please.
Okay. To my yeah. So it is very different from the earlier days than from the at the present time. So earlier the log drum was used like when people, so you know that we used to have a head hunting in earlier days, and so when people go for head hunting, they used to beat the log drums and take off hunting, and after they got some, if they got some they success in the victories of head hunting, and they when they came back to village, they beat the log drums and they sing a songs. That's one thing. And the other thing is that the log drum we use as an alarm. So whenever there's like fire incident in the village, like because there was no any like modern technology in the village, or like any communication, so log drum was used as a alarm. So whenever there was a fire incident, they beat the log drums, and people would understand that there's something is happening in the village. It's a log drum. So there's a rhyme in the rhyme. The beating, even the beating in the log drum is there is a rhyme, different rhyme. So people would easily understand. Oh, it is a when there's a beating in the log drum, people would easily understand that. It's there's a fire incident. And the other thing is that when some people died in a village, not all people, but some like designated people, like when people died in the village, we beat the log drums so that people would as a message to the rest of the village. And during the festival, even we use log drums and sing a song. So the most probably we beat the log drum is in the month of April. So in April we have one festival called Lao Liang. So during that period, it's a post after cultivating all the seeds in the fields. And during the month of April, we pray for the bountiful of the like harvest. So in April, we use this beat the log drum and we sing a song. Yeah. So these are some kinds of
Okay.
how we use the log drums.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. It's generally used for saying communication, for announcements, for emergencies.
Yes.
Actually, log drum was using as in short. Log drum we use as an communication tool for any kind of as Wanmei already said before. Log drum was used as a communication tools for during our forefather time. So that can make any whatever information system and all those things. So that was very important things during our forefather time. So
Yeah.
everything only in short only is coming like that only. So if we can keep on going, then we have many things to say.
Yeah,
Stuff will be seen in the film, I think.
That too. So I'll go back to Millo. Millo was talking about the timeline, and you were talking about how in October you started doing the initial recce. So can we continue from there, Millo?
Yeah. So as I was saying, we started in the October, when we got a project, we started on October 2019, and when we reached there, I don't have any idea of the scenario, how it's going to happen, and what is the place. So we reached in Pessao from the long journey from Tishpur to Pessao. Uh, After that, we reached around like in the evening. So that day we just saw the house where we're going to stay, and then we started planning. Okay, what we got. So till we reached, already the tree was down. Already the tree was cut. Then we started packing our equipments. The next morning we traveled as trekking on around 2 hours of trekking from the mountain hills, and we reached the place where the tree was already cut it down, and they were protecting it and making so huts there to. They had this rule: where the lockdown is cut, someone every time have to stay there and look to the log drum. So we also stayed there with the log drum. And so what was my idea about this movie? Whatever the one may said, we're going to, after this it's going to be this happen, and this is going to this happen. So we don't know what is going to happen. And so we started writing the days, what happened in what days. So every time the next morning we go to the spot and see they're doing something, and we just shoot it and write it down. Okay, we got this and this, that, and we can make day by day of the video on the footage. So on the curving was taken whole November. It was the only curving. And then the December, they started dragging it on December only. So on December 20, I think they were completely curved and covered the log drum, and they started dragging. The dragging part was the most interesting part, where in the morning that I went there, I saw already the whole village was gathered there around the log drums, and they started praying and lots of gunshots. So then we divided each other, like 2 people must be stay the log drum and shoot whatever is there. And the 2 people who went down till the rope was there. The last end of the rope was dragged by the women's. So they sing and dance. Those visual was very necessary. So the 2 people went down there and they started shooting all those things, and the 2 people was up with the log drum and carry whatever was going on. So the dragging parts was they dragged first day, they drag it downhill, and the days was over. And next day we came back and started dragging again. And they had this rule: if you find we don't have the footage for the log drum that is dragged, and we have behind the log drum, because they had this rule: no one should be left behind the log drum. The log drum, everyone should be on the front of the log drum, because log drum, where the log drum is reached, you have to be there, not left behind by the log drum. So that's they have a strict rule. So we don't have those footage that log drum is being dragged and we're behind the log drum. So that's footage is not there. And
yeah, Milo, during the film, it's very evident that you have there are a lot of crowd involved in the shooting, a lot of villages, even more in interviews as well as in footages. So how do you guys manage to how did you manage to shoot them? Like how was it? How was the experience?
Also, something very interesting, Jishnu, is that nobody is really looking into the camera.
Yeah,
Generally,
yeah.
when we go out with the camera, people start staring at us, and then people look at us. Here,
And-
we managed to get it's like fly on the wall. We managed to catch everything without nobody looking at us.
And interviews also, the interview portions which they have shot, it's very genuine. That it's hard for documentaries to get the essence of how a person talks in his sort of normal life. So that's another part which I loved in the film. So how did you manage to do that? How is you said about the language also in. So how was it? How did you manage to do that? Yeah.
okay, so I'll say about the crowd. The crowd was really crowd there, and they have they are doing their own work. I don't think they even know we are shooting, and we are nearby with them and shooting with holding the camera. And but they never looked whatever. They just focusing on the dragging of the rock drum, which is very hard work. So and the shoot was like would say I said two people was up with the rock drum and two people was down there until the rope was ended. So we don't know each other where those people are. So shooting was done. It was a good experience for me because they don't ask me what are you doing or why you're shooting all those things. They don't even care what we are doing. They're just focusing on the rock drum, dragging of rock drum, which take a lots of hard work. If I say there's also I think at least 100 or 200 people holding rock drum and dragging it, and even with the 200 people, rock drum was just dragged an inch in a in a minute. So and if I say the interview parts was all held by the Wanmei only. He know the language of their, so I don't know the language, so I just put the questions what we need, what we might need on the rock drums. So every story they told me about the rock drum is this is happened after this we had this. So that's why we put the questions, write it down and give it to Wanmei. And the Wanmei was the one who started asking the questions, and luckily we got everything we want. So about the interview, I will pass the Wanmei to express how he did it.
Yeah, Wanmei, if you can, yeah.
So the interview what was like because we have the same language, we know each other, we can understand each other language. So before taking any, and because we took lots of interviews, but it was not screened in the film. Only the voice was used in the film, but there was lots of like beautiful interviews, sorts of interview. So before taking any interview, because I have to like tell them that normally I talk to them before taking any interviews, that it's you have to tell. So like it was like a mock trial, that I have to tell them that I have to ask this, or you have to. So these things happens in every interview. So there was not like any fear with them. So I decked the camera, and they just so whatever normally question I asked, so it was like pretty good, that the response we get from them. And moreover, because they were familiar with the like camera, because I've been before the shooting of the log drums, I've been shooting in the opium film with the Korean fellows in the same village. So because they already know that about the filming, so it was not hard for them, that they were already familiar with the like with the camera, facing the camera. So yeah, it was not hard for them also.
Thank you, Wanmai. Something else I wanted to ask, and maybe Lamthang can answer it because he's. Let's participate in this, Lamthang. What was the experience like shooting in such a remote area and carrying all these gadgets? And how did you go? I mean, we have so many issues like light issues or camera, battery, all of that. How did you go about all of that, Lamthang? What were the issues you faced? How did you overcome these challenges?
Lamthang?
He's on mute. Are you, Lamthang? I can't hear you. Say something, brother. No.
You're on mute. Please unmute. Yeah. No, still he is mute. Siddharth, if you can unmute that.
I can't unmute. I can ask him to unmute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes, man. Talk to us. We can
For
hear you.
me, hello.
Carry on.
Okay, so for me, the Peshao village is, in our culture, also the Naga peoples, and we are like same, but we have lots of festival. But the lockdown festival is, for me, it's a new thing. Uh, as Milo say, the experience was we all same, same as Milo.
Okay.
For me, it's a new thing. I was only shooting, I don't know just focusing on. I was focusing only on the shooting.
Thank you, Lamthang. How was the shooting like, though? What was the shooting like? What happened when your battery went down, or what happened when the lights go off? What did you do? What were the difficulties you faced for shooting?
So we took three three batteries from Green Hub, with combining the light, and we have been there. I think 2 months, in October, November. On that, we have one school, and there was a school like battery. We used to charge there, and we manage it.
Yeah. Also, assuming that you're going from a different part to a new village, did you face any sort of difficult situations, vulnerable situations as a filmmaker? Anything that got your heart racing? Did you anything that happened out of the ordinary? Something scary?
Oh, scary.
No?
Scary. The scary part is they all start shooting the gun.
Is that so? Wanmei? Do you guys shoot a lot of guns?
Yes.
That one too. I mean, unbelievable, yeah.
So
I was not.
the
They just speak shoot. That's the scary part.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing I think I found very quite interesting in the film is the way it is subtitled, which is very. It's not very traditional way of subtitling, though. It's a language which very few understands. How did you choose such a subtitle? Was it very planned thing, or when did you think that we shouldn't subtitle it in a very traditional way? Which, because it's very much I say it's combined with the visual. It doesn't stand out with the visual, or usually subtitles are something which stands out in films. How is it? How did you choose, or how do you arrive at a decision that it should be subtitled in this way?
I think it was Milo.
Milo can-
It was Milo's idea because
it was all my idea.
Milo, he edited the whole film, and for translating whole the interview, I think I spent 1 week in Green Up. So I have to go to Green Up, and before Milo began the editing process, I went to Green Up and I translated all the interviews that were taken during the lockdown process. And after that, it did the races. Editing is all the idea of the Milo. Yeah.
So about this subtitle idea, yes, it was my idea because I wanted to put not a normal subtitles, because we had lots of footage of interview with a good framing. It's even a good lights with a beautiful scenery behind the interviewer. But I choose because lockdown movie, in the lockdown movie, there's lots of action going on. So I just don't want to put the interview parts on between those actions. So I thought I just take the audio and give the subtitle in a unique way. I already put the footages in its in old sequence. I just need to find the places where I need to put those subtitle where people won't be get confused, or you can see the every actions going on there in whole screen. You will see the subtitle and even the action is going on there with the subtitle you read and the accent that working on there. So the idea was I exactly took a bit of risks because I thought it won't work. It might be get a disturbance with the footages. The subtitles is around anywhere, comes there and comes here. So I thought viewer might be get confused. So I choose the perfect place in the screen where I need to put the subtitles, and even I had to drag some footages from the length, minimum length to the maximum length, so the viewer can see the subtitles fully and be able to read perfectly, and which comes out very nice, and it was good. I tried this idea.
Yeah. Good job there, man. Good job with that.
Thank you.
So, what does it all mean for all of you? This experience. Do you guys still work together? Because you guys did something phenomenal as a team. Do you guys still work together? Do you guys plan on working together? Something? How many of you are still doing films? What are you guys doing currently? If you could all tell us a little bit about what your lives are like these days. We will start. I'll call out people. I'll start with Milo, and then we'll move along one by one.
Yeah. So after the lockdown film, we finished our Green Hub batch, fourth batch, and then we went on towns, on villages. So after that, I started working with lots of projects, but then in the meantime, there was a pandemic, which cost me I lost 2 or 3 projects. Right now, I'm working with the forest department in here in Zero. We have this tidal wildlife sanctuary, and I got a project about this 360 view of tidal wildlife sanctuary. So I have this camera GoPro who capture 360 view. So my idea is to show the people tidal wildlife sanctuary. It's a very unexplored area, and even lots of people don't know about the tidal wildlife sanctuary. It's even exists. So I put this idea of 360 view. I spend lots of time going to the tidal wildlife sanctuary and find a perfect spot, and I captured with a 360. And now I'm editing it editing now, and very soon it will come as a 360 footage of tidal wildlife sanctuary, and everyone can enjoy it.
When can we expect this?
I have a footage now. I'm start working on editing, so you might get this under this October only in the wildlife weeks.
Okay, awesome.
So I was
all the best for that.
Thank you.
Let us know.
Yes.
What are you doing these days?
Yes. After buzzing cleanup, we did some films like log drum, and after the log drums, I've been engaged with the forest, like in conservation in my village. So I do filming, but when some important festivals happen in my village, so I just keep recording. So till now I haven't made any came up with any documentation, but whenever some important event happen culture, so I just keep recording and keep for myself. And currently, like in my village, I'm working on conservation of forests. Like we have just a small uh, patch of forest left in our village, the only forest. So we are working led by me. I have a team, some 30 members along with me, youths. So along with them, we are working on on restoration of forests. So and through cleanup, I have a lot of support from cleanup. So currently, I visit. Currently, we are uh, in process with the 2 projects to cleanup. One is the habitat trust, and the one is on terrain formation. So currently they are going to support us for next 5-6 years. So currently, I'm working with conservation. Yeah, in my village.
Okay. This is all back in your village, is it? The neighboring village of Pessao.
Just
Yeah.
confined to my village.
Okay. Okay. And Chongli, how about you? How do you spend your time these days? Chongli?
Yeah. Actually, after graduation from the Green Hub, after making this documentary, Drum of Pessao, we went everywhere as Millo and Wanmei already said that we have to go our own way because before joining Green Hub also I was a social worker. So after coming back, I also learned many things from Green Hub regarding conservation and all those things. So through visual way, we can also show all those things. So for me, it was a very great opportunity to learn so many things from Green Hub also. Not only camera works, but about the social life also. So after returning, I'm also, as everyone knows, that Nagaland, we have, especially Twingsang and Moon is a little bit a rural place, and as we Nagas are hunting from our forefather times, so everyone is doing hunting until now. Even if we give lots of awareness, or even if you tell, also it's not working. So we are, for me, until now, we are trying to implement all those, telling them not to hunt all those things, especially during season or all these things, nesting or what things. Still convincing them only until now we don't achieve our target and all. So not only camera works and all those things, but actually I was, before joining Green Up also, I was planning to document my own community only, so that I can unexplored place. So it's I want to show my place also. That's why I was trying to make some short clips of my place, what is happening, and I was trying to give some awareness, not to stop hunting, and not only hunting, but like conserving what the things we have, our natural resource and all. So that's all I'm doing. But filmmaking, and although after pass out or graduation from Green Up and all, I just make some short video, like only some social activities. That is not for screening or something like that, but for presentation and all those things when we are doing. That's they're doing like that. So that's only I'm doing now.
You're doing very important work, man.
Thank you.
Filming is not all that important. What you're doing is really on the ground work. It's ground activity, and it's fantastic. Lamthang, how about you, brother? What is your life like?
After the graduating on Green Up, I was back on my village, and there is a group called Dradok, and in the Dradok I was a photographer there. It's like an NGO. It's called Dradok. So until now, I still work on there.
Yeah.
And when I have free time, I used to make a short video on my village. That's all right
That's
now.
nice. That's nice. All the best to your work. Let that be very fruitful. All your photography and videography. Wish you all the very best. We are joined here by Surlyborn. She is also a part of Green Hub, and she is also a part of NIFFFI. She is NIFFFI's Northeast liaison. Shirley, if you could switch your video on and join us. Yeah. Hi. Say something, Shirley.
A lot of them have been telling about the Green Hub. If we can,
Tell us what this Green Hub is here, and tell us how it helps these young filmmakers make their dreams come true. Talk about their villages back home. What is it that Green Hub does that is giving power to these young men?
Okay, so once again, hello everyone. Green Hub, actually it is a project. It's an initiative by Dusty Food Production, which is based in Delhi, and then Northeast Network, a women organization work across the Northeast. It's based in its office is in Guwahati. So Northeast Network and Dusty Food Production, they have initiated this Green Hub project. So this Green Hub, its office or it's based in Tezpur. Tezpur, one of the district called Sonitpur in Assam. So this Green Hub project, they have got a fellowship program, a 1-year fellowship program, which starts from in the month of May and then end in the in the following year in the month of May. So 20 youths from across Northeast, are being selected every year. Like they have to, all the youths, whoever has applied for this fellowship program, they have to go through like 3 stages of interview. So after passing out the interview, they'll get selected for the fellowship program. So during the fellowship program, for 2.5 months, 2.5 months, the fellows are being trained by a resource person from across the country, like the filmmakers and the researcher and all. And then so during the 2.5 months in training program, the fellows are being trained to make trained in the technical work of the camera. So during this 2.5 month period only, the fellow they'll get trained to make a film starting from photography and then videography and then editing in Tezpur itself, in the Green Hub office itself. So after this 2.5 month period, again like their internship period will start, where the 20 fellows will get to work, or like they are being sent to various organizations working in the field of conservation and other social issues and all. So so during this internship period only, like 15 days or like within 1 month, they'll stay in the field for their shooting and all, and then they'll come back to Green Hub again for their editing, for editing their films. So during this throughout the year, like their training like it won't stop up to like 2.5 months, but during their internship period only, they'll get to learn more on about filmmaking and even in storytelling also. So that's how Millo, Chongli, and Lamthang, they are from the same batch, from the fourth batch, and then Wanmei, he is from the first batch, and I'm from the second batch. So
that sounds fantastic. Yeah, so many people have come out of this. I mean, 20 people every year. There must be so many people being empowered here. Shout out to Green Hub for doing this fantastic job, amazing job.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then it's
yeah,
it's a good platform also,
yeah.
for the youth also to come together,
Yeah,
because if
come
we
together.
know Northeast, it and Northeast in India, it's already a diverse, a community and culture tradition we have, but also like in the Northeast India itself, like we have got a lot of different culture, tradition, and community, and then our stories like the lok drum, which are still unexplored, and then we have got like so many stories which are need to document. So the main aim of the Green Hub project is that Green Hub fellowship program is that like we from the community itself, the project or the fellowship, they want us to bring the story about our own community, about our own culture, like Wanmei and Chongli has done through the film. They have also shared with us and then shown us what the lok drum is all about. So through this Green Hub, and not only about the culture, so the Green Hub project or the fellowship program, they wanted to use film as a tool or a medium, to bring about
I'm
change.
hoping that